did anyone see the court Zoom with the guy with the unusual name on it?
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Shank.
Buttfucker 3000.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, the judge, and there's an attorney, and there's your client here. Yeah, he's here. This guy pops in, and it says Buttfucker 3000.
That's his
And the
Zoom
judge's like,
name?
whoa. Huh?
That's his
on
Zoom
Zoom.
name
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Zoom meeting name was Buttfucker 3000, and the judge is like, whoa, and he goes, I'm sorry, Your Honor, I didn't type that there. And the judge goes, I'm gonna put you on hold here to think about your online image. I don't know what Buttfucker 3000 is accused of, but yeah, there he is. Wow, he looks innocent.
Yeah.
Not a butt fucking, but he is. It was one of those that just made me laugh out loud when the judges.
I think it's an honorary title. I think he's the 3,000th best
the judge
butt
says
fucker in the world.
Doesn't the judge say it? I think the judge says Buttfucker 3000.
we talked to him earlier about how the degradation of society and the way we think about things. But this is the part that I like. I like reading the news, and one of them is like, judge tosses court case because of Buttfucker 3000 username. And I'm like, I like that that's news now. That's a fuck yeah.
That's the good side of the internet, right?
Exactly. Yeah. If this is the end, let's go out like this.
If you can't cancel Buttfucker 3000, then nobody can be canceled.
Yeah. I mean, come on, Judge. Can't you tell he's doing a character? He's not really Buttfucker 3000.
He's only that on chat lines.
Your Honor, to be fair, whenever he went into the other Zoom meeting that wasn't court, Buttfucker 3000 was hilarious.
It was pretty funny.
It's context. It's all context.
It's some of this shit is about COVID is great. I mean, fucking court on that situation, and fucking, there's a lot of face-to-face shit that people were, like you go in and there's somebody who's bracing for a fucking negative comment as a shit business, and they know it, and they're fucking angry, and you're angry, and then you call that business now, and they're like, "Hi, how are you today?" It's like it's like everybody is a little better off not seeing each other.
Yeah.
And some of us are okay with admitting it, but then there's like Derek was like, "Oh, I can't wait to hug you." It's like, we've never hugged before. Why did what has happened that COVID has changed that? And it's like, when COVID's over, I'm not gonna be a hugger. I wasn't a hugger before, not a hugger after. And we'll virtually hug him. Zoom me.
Yeah,
Buttfucker 3000.
I'm definitely not going away with a mask. I'm going to keep wearing a mask. I like that.
That's not a bad idea either.
Yeah.
It's good to have
wear
it
a mask
all
all the time.
You need it,
Listen, I just like tying a bandana around my face before I go in the bank. The same bank where they made me take off my sunglasses one time, and now it's kind of a fuck you. I just tie a bandana around my face before I go in.
I've been continuing with the like my grandma used to go to the grocery store. My grandma May, and she would, when we'd go, she'd buy me whatever I wanted. But she was a loudmouth, and she'd be talking. I'd be like 3-4 aisles away, and I'd say, "Oh, hear my grandma," and she's talking to me, but it didn't matter if I was standing there. She still carried on. "Oh, I don't know if they got these Lorna Doones where," just that kind of shit.
Wait, she's talking to you as if you're near her.
But she's
just a loud talker.
Shut her fucking mouth. It was her thing, talking too much. And but I liked her because but then we'd go check out, and she would, like, as I got older and stuff, I'd put porn and alcohol in the cart, and
you'd load her cart with stuff that she didn't know, right?
She was an alcoholic, so it was like cool, or we didn't acknowledge it, but she'd go, "Oh, that's some of the," like it was all candy bars, like it wasn't a porn magazine and beers going by. She'd go, "Oh, I buy that for my grandson. He's my chauffeur. He takes me everywhere," and that kind of shit. I forgot my point about grandma and her big fucking ankles, but
just so excited thinking about the beer and porn.
Super loud, Andy.
Some of that.
You could hear it 3 rows away.
This is where my fucking if I was a stand-up presentation, people would be like, "Ooh," no, it was a thought, and it was right there, and I was pedaling, and then these roughs on the scooters pulled up, and I got nervous.
Oh man, you don't want any of that.
Yeah, oh, Grandma May's a good one. She taught me how drinking was going to end up. Seeing her shit her pants back in the day, it's like, oh God, how can people do that? And I'm in Vegas, like, get rid of these.
I was gonna say, didn't we start this podcast with 25 minutes about your uncontrollable bloody asshole?
It all comes full
We
circle,
did.
like an asshole.
Oh man.
Yeah, well, I brought you up, May. One of my early bits was my grandma May. This lady would say, this lady told me I was rude and or something, and then I told my grandma, she's out in the car, and she goes, "Go sock her in the puss." And then that was hilarious as an open new comic. Cause like, sorry. So I went in and talked her in the puss or I forget it wasn't that funny. So I said, why try to unbury a buried fucking punchline that wasn't really a punchline? It was just a soft jab. It was, anyway, God damn.
Always nice when you can bring grandma into the act.
But yeah, she would, we'd get to the thing and she would go, "I'm buying all this for my grandkid," and I'd have to stand there with the magazine acting like I'm a sweet little helper kid. The guy who molested me had he didn't get I had to go figure out how to get I would go there and then I would have porn. Ooh yeah, man, and then I go home and it's like the Love Boat's on. Like, God damn it, and there's not no magazines. I wait for the swimsuit issue all summer, sweating and not knowing what to yank to, and it's not a good way to live. You should have sent me with the starter kit for home. But yeah, that's
all your big gyms are stuck in the tree.
Yeah. And I mean, that's why I didn't find that. That's why that big Jim never came down, is because I got sexualized and I didn't care if Big Jim
just left him up there.
Give a fuck. The rescue mission is off. Who gives a fuck? You guys get in a box and get out of here. I don't need you. I play with men. I want to play with myself.
Or dolls.
Yeah, I mean, I probably did. I don't know if I even talked about this in my early. Probably not, but I was like sexualized, and then I would watch Love Boat, and then my dick would get hard, and then I'd wank. I didn't know how to, I didn't have the. See, the coach didn't explain what would happen at the end of this thing, and so when it finally.
Was Julie the cruise director or Gavin McLeod?
Well, probably like a guest. I was into older women. Maybe Betty Davis or something was on there. I don't know. But I would start, playing with myself.
Charo,
and then I didn't never. Oh, the Charo one. Yeah, the Charo one.
Charo was always on there.
Now I'm starting to go, wait, maybe I did do this in my thing because Charo, fucking Charo was part of the punchline. Chaille, did you never saw me do that? That was so many years before. I tried masturbating to the Love Boat, and then they put on that Charo episode. But in reality, what happened is I stayed at my grandma's, and she was passed out drunk in a chair, and I had control of the showtime, and the late night showtime got a little risque, and Lady Chatterley's Lover came on, and then I fucking tugged, and then it got to the point where it's like, oh no. I thought, when that happened, I was like something like, I just got snake bit or something, venom. No idea what just happened.
Or that clear leakage.
Yes. Leakage.
Squirted.
Big wad of ice cream comes shooting out. And it smelled like ice cream. Grandma, wake up, Grandma. What is this?
What about Fantasy Island, man? Did you get boners to Fantasy Island? That was the other one that was risque.
No, because that's Love Boat.
I didn't get to stay up that late.
Asleep.
And I'm sure probably pulling off with an Afghan on my lap and just going, like, this show makes me feel funny. And I didn't know, my coach, I don't know what the coach would say in this situation, but this isn't the kind of thing I was used to. I was used to, it's not hardcore porn, but back then for a 9-10-year-old at the time, I was like, God damn. Yeah. I didn't say that because that would have been a stereotype.
Your brain, you had to just be freaking out trying to figure out what it was you were looking at, and then trying to process how being exposed to this, aside from just the direct abuse, but just being exposed to this porn, like as that cracks open the world to you. Like now you realize there's all kinds of shit going on that you didn't know about, and just that in and of itself has got to be so jarring to your
absolutely.
world.
It's a crippled guy rubbing my belly at nights that turn on, but whoa, look what's going on here.
Well, like
don't mean that.
I Dream of Jeannie became a frustrating show. Like, wait, you could just you could do whatever you want to her, Major Nelson. What are you doing? Why are you not?
I know why you never made Colonel.
Yeah, Major Houlihan. Yo. It's just, so it's like, but man, I remember that first Maryland Chambers movie we watched together, and I guess I sort of helped pick it out. He was like, waving behind cowboy doors. Yeah, sure, that one. And then I remember a scene where I don't know, somebody was out of gas, maybe she was out of gas, and then some dude offered to help, and he was going to siphon gas from his car, and so it's like I had no idea about that. It's like, wow, you can get gas out of it, that. So he's doing that, but I remember that scene vividly. Like, and then she sucks his dick, and it's like, I didn't know about gas siphoning. I didn't know that could happen. None of that shit. And then it's then my coach is looking over my shoulder, and he sees my mind's blown away. It's like, when you go to opera with somebody you love and you watch their reaction to it, and like, oh man, they love it too. I love it. Watch you love it. And it's like, it's okay to play with it. And I it's like, give me a little better directive on that. It's okay to play with. I'm watching a movie where this lady's now got her mouth on something that fell out of this guy's pants. His penis is, and he says, play with it. I had no idea what I thought he, in my mind, I was thinking he maybe wanted me to get up and mess with the TV or something.
He wanted you to adjust the tracking.
The vertical hold is rolling.
Yeah, I call him my coach because, and like I come back from the summer, and my friends had been at sports camp. And I went and visited this dude, and I did get coached, but it wasn't top level, coaching. It's like when I went to a basketball camp, and there was a Blazer there, but his name was Larry Steele. Okay, technically he's a Blazer, but he's probably not the best one to be out here coaching. And no offense, my brother Jeff beat Larry Steele at basketball. So, I'm just saying I didn't have the best coaching. So anyone I've
literally and figuratively,
had sex, seen me have sex with or whatever. I started off with a bad coach, and it just never really caught on. It was never really my thing.
Yeah, you got drafted by a shitty team,
right?
And your career from the beginning, you were plagued by injuries you shouldn't have had because you were behind a shaky offensive line. You never
Would
really.
Achilles Smith have been a good pro had he been drafted by another team?
That's right.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yep.
Never know, because the spirit was broken there in Cincinnati.
That's exactly right.
And he never had any defense.
No. That's true. I should have went to wrestling camp. I think that's Maurice Lucas behind Larry Steele and behind.
That's a pretty good spot.
Maybe not. That's
that maybe
Kermit Washington. No, it's a different color uniform. So it
looks like the Houston Rockets uniform to me.
Mm-hmm. I used to, but one of my walls was devoted to the Blazers. I had, my folks got a commemorative book of the Blazers. It was probably one of them valuable. Then I ripped all the pictures out and I hung them up on my wall. And I had a big old Bill Walton was one of my, and I before COVID, I was going to go try to meet up because he comes to town and he gets on the air and blathers about everything. I get up on my bike, leave them. Tells the motel and a cup of coffee. So I'll go down and hang out with the dude. He's
hey, like man, Bill Walton.
He used to be on my wall right behind Heather Thomas of Fall Guy. Wasn't she on the?
Yeah, we've Chaille's posted that picture up here before that.
Yeah.
Same one we've all seen of Heather Thomas. She was
Yeah.
hot, and she was
Camel
for
toe.
like 6 months. She was the hottest goddamn thing there was.
That was the thing. I mean, I was all about sports and everything, and then when I got sexualized, and I went to the fair and I got me a sexy poster, and I put that up, and I stared at her crotch for like years. I'd like, what the hell, that has to do with that movie. I don't know. Keep gas in your car so you don't have that roadside situation. But it,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We've just hit on something. This explains a lot. Remember all these stories about Andy running out of gas and not wanting to stop and get gas? Now he's got to wait, and he's not going to make it. He might run out of gas. Oh, I should have got gas, but I didn't get gas.
Here, you suck
I'm
on
not
this.
even kidding around. This is a thing, dude.
Yeah,
that was a breakthrough.
You think you're going to get a blowjob every time you run out of gas?
More bad coaching.
That's usually how it works.
By Bigfoot. Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
We'll just communicate with our eyes. You big fucking ape.
Well, it'll be with your eyes for the first part of it.
Yeah.
Andy, if you came across that movie now, do you think it'd be very weird for you?
No, in fact, across from where Erickson lived, at that what's that theater in Hollywood?
Yeah, in Santa Monica.
Yeah, the porn one where they have a
couple of them. I don't remember.
There's one that has
studs or something like that.
Footprints, and handprints, and
you mean the actual Grauman's Chinese Theater on Hollywood Boulevard?
It's a cross from Kherson. It was a porn theater, but they had their same kind of thing where they had Marilyn Chambers handprints. I could have, got down and like put my penis right by. It's like, wow, that's what it was, But that was when I went up and did the hidden camera sting. I'm jumping into this, but that was one of the things I wanted to say to my pedophile is, where were you? I mean, to break up the other stuff is do you remember where you were when you heard Marilyn Chambers died? We never got
Kennedy.
That. The situation got too serious, and he probably would have said, I don't know anything about Marilyn Chambers. Come on, man. You said she was your favorite. And you also wrote letters to Kate Jackson. I wanted to ask him about that. You remember writing fanboy letters to Kate Jackson?
Do we know if this guy's still alive?
Yeah, I think he is.
Let's try to get him on the podcast without letting him know when he's going on.
Andy Andrist, this is your life.
But fucking 1978, go. 1978. Good thing that lobster wasn't fully cooked.
My hernia just popped out.
Yeah. But yeah, I've seen what her hands look like, and I can, she had dainty little hands. Bless her heart. She was a sweetheart. Yeah, I only saw her in those. Well, we kind of went into what are they, binge watched or went down the rabbit hole together.
I don't think there was a term for it when you were doing that. But
yeah, I know.
That's what you were doing.
Yeah. Behind the Green Door was the next one. It's like cocaine or what you that first feeling you get, you remember, like I remember what the guy was wearing until he wasn't. I have always kind of looked in especially in my early years driving around as like construction worker chicks with a flag on. Break this thing down. She comes over and stop her slow. But it's never happened. That would be nice.
Give you unrealistic expectations.
Yeah. I think all guys have that from porn. You always think that you're just like 3 seconds and one lucky break from a really hot orgy breaking out.
I know. I love that. Yeah. Remember the phrase, or people
never
go, oh man, I almost got laid last night. Almost got laid entails your dick was so close to the vagina that it was seeping cum and the legs were spreading, and then the phone rang and it was you found out your dad died or something like that. I almost got laid. No.
Well, he'll still be dead when I'm done.
Yeah. This
no
one's
kidding.
for you, Dad.
Yeah.
I
He ain't
almost
going
got laid, and then
anywhere.
I got laid, and then I took off. But almost get laid. Yeah, it's like, well, you're fully clothed at a bar. How do you like? You almost got laid. Yeah, you made out with a chick, and she gave you the number and was a little drunk, and then you tried to push her into your car, and her friends intervened.
Yeah. Probably insensitive of us to laugh at what is obviously painful for some people on the other side of these old
a lot of times
I almost got laid, but my whiskey
there's a lot more willingness on both sides than is ever really portrayed.
That's right.
Because if when this all first started to come out about consent and being drunk, and I'm like, well, fuck, that negates every time I got laid. Like, because I had to be drunk, and I needed them to be drunk. So, that's
getting laid back. I mean, when you're single, or maybe it's changed or whatever. But back when I was hitting the bars and stuff as a young man, it was like you were a fucking stereo salesman, and you would say and do anything to get
like
them.
Ron Johnson from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah. So, what do you think of this Fisher stereo, huh? You're not going to do any better tonight, let me tell you that. Yeah, it's all a big scam, It's a
and you know what else? You know what else that points to it, that people like us who are drunks, we require alcohol to get laid. And so does the person we're having sex with, because they're just as awkward and nervous about it. It's all these weirdo creeps who don't drink, who end up, it turns out, are these crazy sex perverts and maniacs, because they're having sex sober. It starts out sober, and then it just goes off into these fucking
It only gets more sober.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine being sober and encountering a squirter for the first time? No!
The words having sex sober is a hilarious punchline in and of itself. You're just like, you had sex sober.
Yeah. I've never forced anyone to do that, but I have seen buyer's remorse. That's a look I've seen.
She's got good judgment.
Yeah. 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 Yep.
Oh my God.
Too late.
Like, I love you guys, man.
It's been
so much fun.
Hey, Chaille, put up Andy's Venmo again, would you? We got to get Andy
it's been underutilized,
what,
but I've been canceled, or I've been victim. I went out and somebody goes, "Hey, Norgy, fuck. Why don't you?" And I don't know if any of us know what Norgies really do or would care, but that's what I am, and it hurt. It cut me to my thing, and anyway, so that's the Venmo. You can't make a wrong right, but you can throw money at it.
Yeah, you can make him
but
feel
you can
better.
Make a right wrong.
Yeah.
What about how about your mailbox? Are you getting mail at your mailbox?
Yeah, what's happening?
Well, I got called out on. So you went and paid for because I really just wanted my Todd Snyder disc, and it was in between places. So I figured I got to pay for the P.O. box, and then they made me pay 6 months plus a late fee, which I reluctantly did. And now our mail's kind of getting all willy-nilly. Like we got a phone call today from somebody that says it's been returned from both addresses. Like it got sent, so I don't know if I did the right thing. And then my
so
wife
it looks like there's going to be a season 3, everybody.
We're still fighting, and we have heard back from Congress.
Fresh storylines.
Peter DeFazio's office, who my wife did some work on their behalf when she was in a different experience, and she was an ultrasonographer, and I don't know what it was, but she consulted with them, and she's
with who? What are you talking about?
Well, with the Congress's office over legislation about ultrasound over the years. DeFazio's been there a while, So, but she's calling about our mail. It's like, no longer involved in that, but we want our mail. God damn it. And we're being discriminated against. And, but Congress people got a hold of us, but our local U.S. postal branch has yet to respond to what we've asked. That, we can place this mailbox 10 feet from where it is so that it won't be a fall hazard for a handicapped person that would be going down there.
Very good.
So, yeah. And I see that guy.
That, Andy, right there, what you just said is what you need to remember, because that's how you need to explain it to the mailman and to anybody at the post office who asks, without going off onto one of these side tangents that we love on the podcast, but probably isn't doing you a whole lot of good at the post office.
No, I find sometimes it's I mean, Doug, we've all seen Stanhope freak out at somebody that works at a Subway because they don't have milks or some such thing, but he moves on. And there's situations where I find myself in a similar state of mind, letting loose and going, wait, this is a neighbor. This is somebody. But it just occurred to me I'm on a deck. There's mailboxes down below me where that guy delivers. I just got to get a murder or a group. Seagulls are tough in this neighborhood, but I could get some crows. And I don't know, man. I wish there were seagulls here because I could fucking get him with the bread trick easy.
Oh man, that would be great.
Wait a minute,
buzzards Andy, don't come around anymore.
Wait a minute. So down below your deck, there's mailboxes that he delivers to?
Yeah, down below. It's down.
What if you just put a mailbox on a rope with a pulley, and then you can just sit on your deck and pull your mailbox up every day,
like a laundry line?
Really. Yeah.
That would really piss him off.
Yeah. I think, when I'm out in Colorado, I'm going to send myself stuff bigger than the mailbox, because then it'll have to do porch delivery. It's as soon as I'm in pack stuff, oversized envelopes, and then when I get out there, I'll drop them in the mail to myself. Awesome. Willy-nilly Onyx Place, 3510 Willy-nilly Avenue. Yeah, I think we're both. He's he's as aware of me and my motives as I am of him and his motives. So it's kind of one of those things that if and I'm thinking ahead here, but that is probably the most dangerous stretch of ice. When this town ices over, this hill's the last thing to thaw, and cars slide down. No, people just don't even attempt it. But the mail's got to come up that hill. And it'd sure be a damn shame if on one of them cold mornings, everything in that area got iced over the night before, or maybe a hose got sprayed down, everything's soaking wet, and, icicles hanging above the mailbox. I can arrange this shit. I've been nature jacking for several years. I can call on the elements.
Yeah, it'd sure be a shame.
Aquaman does the fish.
Yeah. Yeah, you see that guy trying to deliver to that spot when that hill's iced up? Hilarity. He'd fucking break his neck.
It'd sure be a shame if your camping bidet got left on overnight when there was ice.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. So I'm at war. The world's at war. The country's at war.
Andy, when you seek this revenge on the mailman by icing the road and the driveway, and he takes the inevitable spill he does, and you end up in court, what do you think your Zoom name will be for the court trial?
Iceman. Subtle nod to me, but there'd be that'd be one in court.
Are you gonna plead not guilty and have the screen name?
Has anybody ever been accused of manslaughter for creating ice? Come on. And I've heard it like as a joke. Go ice the steps at the old folks' home, or maybe I come up with that, or I've heard it, but.
You heard it?
I think I heard it
from yourself.
Well, a lot of shit. I saw some of my schemes on Reckless or Shameless. Like, that was one I thought of as I told my daughter if I'm ever in when my life looks like it's faded enough, get me I'll get on some dope and put me in a wheelchair and slowly push me just roll in front of a city bus. And then, but I was worried. Well, she's looking for a home in Colorado. So she could probably use her dad dying in some way that she could sue.
Not if she pushes you.
Well, that would be the thing. It would be like, how do we make, maybe tits across and the bus driver's distracted and looking at tits or something, and then the wheelchair's in front of him. It's like, didn't you see there's a wheelchair man who rolled in front of your thing? You just took off and rode over him? Well, there was a teenage girl banging herself in a car. Yeah, that's no defense, sir. Buttfucker 3000, do you call that a defense?
By then, Buttfucker 3000 will be the judge.
Yeah. I want to see
he was only up on drug paraphernalia charges.
Was that it?
I hope he's okay.
Hilarious. Yeah.
$200.
Maybe he should be on we should get him as a guest too. We start opening it up.
Well, why can't he get on them shows the evening? How do you feel about being scolded by a judge for your own personal, know? Goddamn,
What if that's his Christian name? His parents' name is that.
Oh, wait, hold on. It was homophobic. That judge was homophobic because he's just a butt fucker. Mm-hmm. He doesn't want him in his court because he's gay.
Right.
Yeah, he's one of those. You
canceled.
I'm sorry, I just don't see a hairy man's asshole as vagina type. Well, this guy clearly does, and he's done it over 2,900 times.
That's his score.
That's an intolerant judge right there.
Man, yeah.
Jeffrey Middleton. You suck, Judge Middleton.
I stand with you and in front of you, Buttfucker 3000. No, wait. I stand behind you. I don't want to stand in front of you.
Iceman 1.
Oh, God damn it.
I am Buttfucker 3000.
I am Buttfucker 3000.
I am Buttfucker 3000. That would have been fun if the other people in the courtroom said, if you're gonna lock
everybody change their name.
Lock Cunt Face 2020 out too.
But fuck, I don't want to be in court today either. Fuck this. I'm
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Maybe his buddy told him, dude, if you don't want to go to court, just write Buttfucker on your name and you're out of there. Oh, sweet, bro. Thanks.
Yeah. Perfect. Or somebody did it as a prank too. His roommate didn't know.
That's what I was thinking.
Because he seemed unaware. He seemed unaware, so he had no idea.
We talk about things that are out of context. We come to find out he's at the library. He doesn't even have a computer. He just signs in and fuck, I don't know who the fuck was here at the library. Buttfucker 3000 apparently.
You just open Zoom and click the link.
Oh man! Either that or his roommate is like a tech guy, so he's like, "Hey man, can you just set up that Zoom thing for me?" Yeah, I got it.
Yes. Hey, could I get that 20 you owe me? No, I'll get it to you later. But yeah, I'll get it to you. Okay, I'll just go ahead.
That's the guy selling Buttfucker 3000 T-shirts already. I needed some work.
Yeah,
oh, man,
that's it too.
Yeah. Buttfucker 3000 landscaping.
ready to go viral.
Yeah, that's the fucking. Just have a hot press. Forget hot takes. Just have a hot shirt press. Fucking the minute something drops, is people are gonna buy a T-shirt. Is I stand with Wang. Never mind. Doctor, I stand with Dr. Wang. No, I won't. I'll be I'm talking about my ass doctor.
Oh, that's right.
Ass Dr. Yang, Buttfucker 3. If my fucking, that would have been, how hilarious would that have been? I'm consulting about my colonoscopy with a doctor. Buttfucker 1000. Dr. Yang?